Back when I pick you up, always get. I don't even know I hit you up. Louis V back when I pick you up. I don't get terms, so you ain't bring back boys from mine after we.
What bad things may happen soon? You know, we always gotta remember with good comes with bad. Just like there's good, there's bad, okay? So, yeah. What bad things will happen soon to the collective here? What bad things may happen soon to the collective here? Maybe you have high expectations for someone here, even yourself, right? And basically you're going to be let down though, okay? That's what's bad, okay? That's the bad news here. You may just have some certain high expectations out of someone and they won't be able to meet these expectations. If these are expectations out of yourself, you will not be able to meet these expectations, okay? And you could even just be simply being hard on yourself is the bad news coming, okay? Yeah, and some of y'all, this has to do with a smoker here. Somebody who smokes a lot, who's a stoner, may identify as a stoner here. They, and specifically, you could have some type of expectations for this person. And again, they won't be able to meet them. Maybe even expect somebody to slow down the smoking, stop being this stoner, or find some balance there, and they're not going to be able to, okay? So you can even be having like high expectations for somebody who you know won't change here, or they refuse to change. Maybe somebody has an addiction here and they just are not going to cut out this addiction. They're not going to change. That whatever you're expecting from this person will not happen here, okay? Some of y'all, your third eye could end up not being as balanced or open, right? So which means you're not going to be as intuitive, or maybe getting intuitive downloads, okay, visions, dreams. You may just find yourself more so though not able to pick up on your intuition, you know, not being in touch with your intuition, may I say instead. And that is the bad news, okay? Because yeah, you definitely be needing your intuition to be activated at all times. But something about you not being as intuitive, or your third eye not being as open, okay? But what you can do there is always just try to balance out your third eye, right? But yeah, with this stoner and this indigo, it's almost as if like you're gonna have a clouded judgment even, okay? So all that is tied to the third eye. It says indigo on this side, yeah, but yeah, all that's tied to your third eye, and looks like you're gonna have trouble seeing through that third eye, okay? But I want to say is even in terms of like in general your judgment, you're just gonna have a clouded judgment here, and that's the bad news, okay? Some of y'all not gonna hold you. You could end up your third eye chakra could end up being too open, right? Some of y'all may actually be know how to see through the veil, right? Some of y'all may already be very psychic, very intuitive here. Something about you maybe even getting deeper downloads, you know, the veil lifting even higher, right? And sometimes that could be scary. That could be a bad thing for somebody who's not ready to handle that, right? Whether you are very intuitive or psychic or not, you may just not be able to handle these visions and downloads and the intuitive nudges you get, okay? And that is the bad news for somebody here. And it's almost as if like some of y'all, again, you could be a pro already in terms of like being able to see through the veil here. Others of you guys, this could be something that hits you out of nowhere, right? And it may be like something you don't want to face or see here. But it's almost like with that third eye being is open, and you being able to get these downloads, these visions, these dreams, it's almost as if it's too much for you and you can't handle it, okay? What you are seeing, visioning, or feeling even, right? So that could be bad for somebody here, okay? Some of y'all feel like somebody may be in too deep when it comes to you, their emotions for you, and this may be bad, okay? Especially if somebody doesn't know how to handle their emotions. Like if somebody's a crash out, if they are, you know, the type that gets toxic once they are emotionally attached, or once they have intimacy, right? Getting that energy, somebody may just be a little in too deep, okay, almost off their rockers when it comes to you, and that could be the bad news, okay, because again, somebody may spaz out on you, somebody may crash out on you, somebody just doesn't know how to handle their emotions here, and they may just take it out on you, and that's what makes, you know, this bad, okay, that's what makes this bad news that's on its way here. Some of y'all, somebody could go too deep, not gonna hold you, somebody could go too deep here, and that is also something that's bad news here, okay, like simple as deep penetration here may be a little too much, it may be something that's not your thing, you don't like it, okay, it could be just cringe, it could be cringe the next time somebody does deep penetrate you, you know, even if it's not a all the time thing, but that is the bad news. Like somebody's gonna be going a little too deep, and I feel like it's to the point where it's uncomfortable for you, okay? So what else? What's the bad news on the way to the collective? Somebody's name could even be Indigo or start with an I here. Somebody could have like a eye tattoo as well as confirmation. Somebody is a stoner as well here, okay? And some of y'all really think it has something to do with some type of addiction you could even have, but whether you or somebody has an addiction here, and clearly, if you're paying attention, it clearly is a smoking addiction here, but it doesn't have to be. Somebody just has an addiction, and I'm getting like some of y'all, this is you had high expectations for yourself to stop smoking or something here. And it's like you're not going to be able to do it, okay? It's like you've been trying to get off of this addiction. You've been trying to put down the blunt, put down the J. You've been trying to stop smoking those cigars, those cigarettes, okay? But something about this may not go as planned. Like you may not meet your own expectations, and it may just have you down. So, you know, that's the bad news. And this may also be affecting somebody's third eye here too, okay? So take that into consideration too. It's like this could even be what is clouding your judgment, okay? Because smoking really isn't for everybody, especially nowadays. That shit is not the same. And it's like, if you know, you know. What's the bad news on the way? And maybe you didn't even want to get real deep with somebody. You were hoping somebody didn't get their feelings in it, right? And they will, and that's going to be bad news, okay? Because it's like you could have just wanted something surface level with somebody. You didn't want them to catch feelings, okay, too early even or something. But somebody catches feelings, and I'm getting like they could end up taking it to the extreme where they crash out and they don't know how to control their emotions. Somehow it can affect you, and that this is just why this is bad news, okay? What other? Yeah, and if some of y'all are my again, psychic, intuitive baddies here, you even do some type of psychic, intuitive work, that is going to be the bad news. I'm telling you, it's like you ain't going to be able to pick up. Your intuition is not going to be all the way there, okay? Like, you're not going to be able to, you know how you can have upgrades, activations in your psychic abilities. It's like you're not going to have any it's like you're not going to have any psychic abilities at all for some, or it's like they're going to go away, okay? They're going to be, again, it could be due to something you're doing, something you have some addiction to. It could be from whatever reasons, okay? It could be many reasons, but that is just the bad news. I'm just saying though that, you know, especially for my intuitive psychics here, you may just feel like you ain't got it, right? Because you ain't going to be able to see like you usually can see. But like I always say, that's no biggie. I mean, one thing about it, people are not gonna always be their best, okay? So don't let that get to you here, okay? Because sometimes you're not gonna be your best. You're not gonna always have a reading 100% to the T, right? You're not gonna always play ball to the T, where you win in every game, and when you ain't making no fouls, right? You're never going to be able to fully do your work without making some type of mistake. So just remember that, okay? Because I know that tend to happen to me sometimes. I be feeling like my intuition all the way off, okay? And I noticed that happened with Anita, one of my favorite tarot readers or whatever. She's probably the first one I ever discovered. But it's like, you know, I got a few, but she like one of them. And it's just given like she used to come on, and her she wasn't giving readings like she used to. And of course, people always got something to say. Some people just noticing, some criticism is, just that, and some of it is just like hater vibes and shit, just waiting for you to make that one mistake type shit. So y'all know the difference. But yeah, she had a couple different types of people in the comments, and of course the ones that just want to have something to say, they were like, oh my god, she don't read the same, she look off, she look like she's on something, blah blah blah. People just gonna talk regardless. They don't know your situation, they don't know what you're going through, they just talking. So that's what I'm just trying to get at. Like, don't let that get to you, okay? But literally, it can happen to anyone. And she's like the most, she's like the most known tarot reader, one of them, on the tube. So it's like, for her to have that moment, or the times she didn't come on right, and then for people to even be attacking her is crazy. Because it's like, again, this is just going to show though, like, how people gotta stop thinking people are perfect. That's people's problem. You putting people too much on a pedestal, and that's why when they let you down, it's so upsetting. It's because you sitting there putting them on some type of pedestal that you should have never had them on in the first place. And I mean, now I'm even getting that ties into the first one. Don't even have expectations for people. That way you can't be disappointed. That way this won't be bad news, okay? So yeah, I didn't travel, but y'all get where I'm going. You could have a situation like that, okay? Where you just, again, if your job involves that, you just feel like you're off, okay? You may still give a message. It's just not hitting right. It don't, it's to your viewers or something, they may not find that it's hitting or resonating, because it's like your third eye chakra is off here. But again, it happens to everyone. Nobody is able to do their 100% every fucking day. Everybody's not able to give their 100% every fucking day. And if they are, they're fucking alien or some shit. They're not a human, okay? But yeah, that is something that could happen. Just trying to, show you that it's life though, okay? Don't let that get you too down. Of course, they will be back, but that could just be a period that's coming soon where you're just not going to feel as intuitive. You're going to feel like your third eye is clouded, off balance, okay? You can feel like you're not able to get any downloads, visions, dreams, okay? You're not able to discern, judge, pick up on the signs, okay? None of that, okay? What else? What's the bad news coming to the collective? What's the bad news coming to the collective? And I'm just saying, she's even a whole example. Like, Shorty probably got paid at once upon a time from what she do. She's like the highest paid, or she's like the most known tarot reader, and she went through something like, well, to other people, that might not even be the situation, right? She probably was on the T to somebody, because every message not gonna go to everybody. But my point is that can happen where you really just, your motherfucking intuition just not there like it usually is, okay? That is something that's kind of here to come. Yeah, somebody may switch up on you. It says change lanes on them. Somebody may switch up on you. You may even have to switch up on someone. But I'm getting this, for this to be bad, this may be somebody you didn't even want to have to switch up on, but something's going to make you have to switch up on somebody here. Or somebody is switching up on you, okay? And it's like, maybe you didn't even see this coming, but this is the next bad thing here, okay? This can even be somebody you used to chief with, talk to, hang out, have those smoke sessions with, okay? Some of y'all, this is another psychic friend of yours, or who does psychic intuitive work, okay? Could just be somebody that you had some type of deep bond with here, but they're going to switch up on you, you're going to switch up on them. Something like that is the bad news here. Okay, so you know how lavender is like normally known to like calm you down? Yeah, it's normally like a smell, a scent people use to like calm them down. Maybe you're not gonna feel calm. Maybe you're gonna be very worked up, anxious, okay, have anxiety, and that is the bad news, you guys, okay? It's like you're not gonna feel as calm and as peaceful, okay? maybe even a situation won't feel as calm or as peaceful. And that's why you even might have to switch up on someone. Maybe you even might have to switch up on a job or switch up on an environment. Like saying you may even move or get out of somewhere because it doesn't bring you any peace, okay? Something like that. But it's like your peace and your calmness is almost being disrupted or gone in some type of way. And this is the bad news, okay? Somebody could wear lavender a lot, okay? It's confirmation. Somebody could wear lavender scents, okay? Somebody's favorite color could be purple or lavender. Yeah, it's like your damn peace is going to be gone, okay? The things like it's either like you're gonna not be calm or something around you is not gonna be calm, okay? But it's like expect no peace for real, or like don't expect to have like calmness, okay? What is the bad news on the way to the collective? One more. What's the bad news on the way to the collective? Yeah, and some of y'all, it's like you're gonna end up smoking or something here. And it's like it is, I really feel like that is affecting somebody here in many ways you may not even see. But it's like the smoke, something about smoking here is the bad news, because I feel like smoking, and this is what I was talking about, how that shit is not the same. Smoking used to give you that lavender effect, right? Like you be chill, calm, kind of just on cloud nine. No, that should be having you like anxious now, worked up. So something about that could be bad news. Basically, if you end up smoking, okay, and we also want to be aware of who you're smoking, you know, who you getting your smoke from, what you smoking, because that could also obviously play a part, right? But again, something could just go wrong here where you end up smoking and it just doesn't give you the effect that you thought. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be nothing super crazy, because let's not underestimate that either, like to where it could be a detriment to your health. But it's almost as if like it's not going to give you the effect that you're looking for though, okay? Again, we know why we lean to the gas and what we expecting the gas to do, but something about it's going to give you the opposite effect. And some of y'all, it could really like, I'm getting like deeply affect you in some type of way, whether it's making you very anxious, okay, clouding your vision, your third eye, like I say here, clouding your judgment in general. It's messing with your discernment here. Again, something you just expected it to do just may give you the opposite effect here, and that is the bad news here, okay? So yeah, some of y'all, it's just like somebody can even be throwing your high off, that too. Like you can't even smoke in peace, you can't even enjoy your high. Somebody keep fucking your high up, and this is the bad news, okay? Like you can't even enjoy your time smoking here, because somebody, yeah, maybe somebody is trying to tell you what they expect of you during this smoke session or something. Somebody's like blowing your high is what I'm getting, just blowing you, maybe talking about shit. Like it's like, yeah, maybe you just trying to enjoy your time with somebody, but they keep saying something to throw you off or doing something to throw you off in the middle of you getting your chief on. And this is the bad news, okay? It's like, damn, I can't even smoke in peace, something like that. What's the bad news here coming to the collective? Yeah, I feel like a relationship here. So relationship could even be a friendship, but something is going to hurt so good, okay? It's almost as if like something is toxic, something is literally hurting you. A relationship, a friendship here is hurting you, it's toxic, but yet it feels good at the same time, okay? And it's almost as if like you feel as though you don't know if you should keep continuing with someone. That's what I'm saying. You might end up switching up on somebody, but it's like, because it's like they could hurt you, or the things they do is hurtful, or they have hurt you, but it's like y'all still have some type of good friendship, good relationship at the same time to you, you know? Something is still good about the person or what y'all have. So yeah, something could end up hurting so good in terms of relationship. Could be a job, could be anything though. Something, it's almost as if something hurts to have to deal with it, but it's good. It feels good to you at the same time. So whatever that can mean though, that is the bad news, okay? It's just like maybe you wishing something was all the way good and it didn't have to hurt here, but something is still hurting as it also is making you feel good at the same time, okay? Somebody's initials could start with an A or an S as well, who's significant here, okay? something is going to end up hurting and feeling good at the same time. And it could be that that it has you indecisive, it has you in your head. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody's gonna be in too deep too, y'all. I'm telling you, somebody in too deep, and it's going to end up affecting you in some way. I don't know if you're gonna feel this person's emotions. Again, they may crash out on you. They may try to hurt you because they feel like you're hurting them, but really they're just in too deep, right? Something like that. But it could definitely be relationship troubles a little bit on the way. I'm not gonna hold you, and that could be the bad news here. Okay. What else here? Yeah, a little trouble in paradise was what I'm getting here. Yeah, it's like you're really thinking about breaking it off with somebody. She'd be like, because she said something like that in the song, you could really be thinking about how you may have to break it off with somebody. You may even feel like you like somebody too much and it's just too much for you. Let's not act like people don't do that too. People, I notice people in our generation will run when they like you, because I was when I used to do it. Like, some people will really run because they like you, because you make them feel good, because this shit feels like a movie, because it feels so good it almost feels wrong, so people will run, right? And I'm getting that energy. Something like that could be transferred, but this is bad because it's like, yeah, this could affect some type of relationship here, but whether that's you or this person, but I'm just getting in general, something could be a little, there could be like emotions all over the place regarding a relationship, okay? Or somebody could have even hurt you very deep, cut you very deep, and you can't seem to get over it, so you end up again switching up, changing on them, something like that. But let's just say again, trouble in paradise in a relationship here or something. It's the bad news, okay? Because I'm getting like, even if it is good or bad, it's like it's still bad if it's good, because somebody's in too deep, okay? And it's like low-key hurting someone or killing someone that they are in too deep. But whatever it is, there's just trouble in paradise, okay? It's the bad news regarding somebody you could be dealing with in a relationship, friendship with here. What else? What is the bad news on the way to the collective? Okay, black could be significant. Some of y'all may just go through some type of depression phase, okay? That's going to be the bad news here. You know, just getting like a dark, you're in a dark room, you're feeling dark, you're feeling like there's dark clouds over you, okay? You're feeling like you're in the dark, you're feeling like darkness is following you, all that, okay, is the bad news on the way here, okay? Somebody's last name could be black, nickname could be black, okay? Maybe somebody's initials could start with a B as confirmation, but somebody is also African American here who could be involved, okay, in your bad news here. Somebody who's African American. But yeah, it's like a depression phase I'm getting with this black here. Something could even go black. You know how your phone or electronic could go black? That would be the bad news here. Something could just go out on you. Yeah, this is even like your electricity, your electronics, something. You could have a blackout literally, okay, in some way. Even if this is your lights, your electricity or something, that is going to be the bad news, okay? Some of y'all could wear a lot of black here as confirmation. You could have black hair as confirmation, okay? Black nails, black car, okay? And I'm gonna hold you with this black again. Like, some of y'all could end up struggling with embracing yourself, okay? You don't necessarily have to be African American, black here. You could be of any race, but it is giving that energy of how, you know, blacks do struggle with that. So it's giving that energy. Not that we struggle with it, but that's what society wants to paint onto us, that we have a hard time embracing ourselves. Because I know I'm black and I don't have a hard time embracing myself at all, okay? Yes, my hair may be a little hard to deal with, but I love my hair at the end of the day, you know? I love my black features. I love my skin. So, yeah, but that is something that, you know, society wants to paint it to be like. And that's why I hate sometimes how blacks feed into it. But not every black person is, like, insecure or not even the black men, they want to make black women feel some type of way. I mean, not every black woman or black person feels a type of way about who they are. Some of us love being black here, okay? But anyways, what I'm getting to as I'm talking about race here, so yeah, something can even be bad in terms about race. Maybe you're going to be maybe something may transpire where you maybe run into somebody who's very racist, okay? Or yeah, you could definitely run into somebody, have some type of debate that goes left with somebody regarding race, okay? Somebody may even call you a racist or something. Here is the bad news here coming. But like I was also getting is some of y'all could actually have trouble embracing who you are, okay? And that is going to be the bad news soon. Again, you could be Indian, Asian, white, Spanish, blue, purple, I don't care, doesn't matter, but you could have trouble here embracing something about you, something about it. And if it's not like your ethnicity, it's about your culture, your tradition, what you do. But a lot of you guys, it's the overall who you are, your ethnicity, where you come from, etc. You may have a hard time embracing who you are, okay? And it doesn't even have to be like literally everything of your ethnicity, your culture, but it could be just who you are, like your race, your skin complexion, how you see yourself, how you let society see yourself, see you, whatever. But you're gonna have some type of struggle with embracing who you are. Again, it don't even have to be that. It could be like your features, okay, on your face, your body. So whatever it is, I've heard mixed people struggle with the same things, with embracing too. I was just getting at that is a black people thing that they usually go through with society, but I've heard it even come from mixed people. A lot of mixed people have trouble embracing themselves, and they don't know if they want to embrace the white part of them or the black part of them, or they don't know if they, are going to be attacked for embracing one color that they are more than the other. So everybody got their own, hookups and things going on. Some of them feel as though they're not a full breed, so that's always confusing in the end too. It's almost as if like they don't really know who they are because of that. It's just a lot that comes with that, right? And then it's just like who do you claim to be, So yeah, somebody though, something around that nature, you are struggling with kind of embracing who you are, where you come from. And that is the bad news on the way, okay? But if I'm talking to my divine, if I am talking to my warriors here, okay, this ain't nothing new. You true to this, you not new to this, okay? Again, with life, there always comes bad just as there is good, okay? It has to be that way. It has to be a balance, okay? So the goal is just to overcome the bad and not look at it as if it's like a bad thing, but more so look at it as how can you overcome it, okay? Or how did it teach you? How was it a lesson? But with bad comes good, with good comes bad, and that's why I said I'm gonna start doing these type of readings, okay? It's not to like wish this on us. We don't have time for this, right? We all positive vibes, but sometimes when these things could also help you, change your perspective. It can even help you avoid certain things, right? So yeah, but yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Again, my warrior spirits, this is nothing to you. You'll be over this in no time, okay? Again, just like you have bad, good will follow again. Y'all got it. Y'all know how to get through whatever here. If I'm talking to my warriors, my chosens, okay? But that is what I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see y'all the next one.